Jenny pushed her nose against the cold window pane. It was late January, and a gentle snowfall was covering everything in a powdery white blanket. The cars on the street in front of her house looked like huge boulders that had fallen from the sky. Jenny wanted to go out and play in the beautiful white world, but she wasn't allowed to go out alone. She had just turned 6 years old, and that, she thought, was old enough. Her mother didn't agree. She told Jenny that her big brother Billy had to go outside with her. "Billy, please let's go out and play," Jenny begged him. Billy was busy with his computer game. "Not now, it's too cold out," Billy said. "We'll turn into snow people." Billy was 4 years older than Jenny, and she thought he knew just about everything. She loved to ask him questions so she could learn all about the wonderful things inside his head. "What are snow people?" she asked. "Do they sound like us?" Billy was always answering Jenny's questions. He answered her questions all day long. "Billy, is the ice on the lake the same stuff as the one in our refrigerator?" "Billy, Mother says your fingers can break off if they get too cold. Is that true?" "Billy, how do the trees know to grow leaves back in the spring?" "Billy, where do rabbits go for the winter?" Billy called Jenny a chatterbox. She didn't mind. She liked being a chatterbox. Her head was full of words. That night, Billy came to Jenny's room. "I have a secret to share with you," he said. Jenny was excited to hear a secret from her big brother. "This is a very special secret that only adult people know, but I'm telling you because I think you better know it before it's too late." Jenny listened carefully to every word her brother said. God gives every person on this earth just so many words. And when you use up all your words, you can't speak at all anymore. I'm worried about you, Jenny. At the rate you're going, you'll use up all your words before you get to be 10 years old. And then you'll have to be silent the rest of your life. Jenny was terrified. She never thought it possible she could run out of words. After Billy left her bedroom, she laid awake for hours in silence. This secret changed everything. She would have to be much more careful of how she spent her words from now on. Jenny was quiet as a mouse the next day, answering with only a nod of her head or a single word. For days, her mother and father couldn't understand what was wrong. Why had their little chatterbox stopped chattering? One afternoon, the sun came creeping out. Billy and Jenny went out to the snow to play. They ran into tall snowdrifts, throwing their bodies into pillows of white air. Everything was just perfect. Billy thought he loved playing with his sister now that she wasn't talking all the time. But the perfect afternoon stopped suddenly when Roger came over. Roger lived across the street. He was 2 years older than Billy and a foot taller. He liked teasing Billy and saying mean things to him. "Hey, Billy, playing with your baby sister again? Afraid to come over to my house and have a real snowball fight? Billy is a coward. Billy is a coward." Roger was always looking for a fight, and Billy was afraid of him. Roger made a big snowball, then threw it hard at Billy. It hit him on his chest. Jenny got so angry that she ran and threw herself at Roger's legs. His knees buckled. He slipped, then fell. Jenny jumped on top of him, filled her mittens with snow, and pushed it into his face. "Stop bothering us," she yelled. "You're not fun to play with. You're mean to everybody. You're a big bully. Don't you ever hurt my big brother again." Roger got up and ran off. Jenny kept yelling at him until she chased him far away for good. 2 nights later, Billy went to Jenny's room and he said he had something important to tell her. He looked so serious and ashamed that Jenny was afraid of what this second secret might be. "I've done a terrible thing," Billy said. "The thing I told you about God giving you only a certain number of words. I made that up. It's not true. I just said it to get you to stop talking all the time." Jenny sat in silence. She didn't say a word. "Are you mad at me?" "I'm sorry. I really am sorry," said Billy. Jenny suddenly started laughing, and she threw her arms around her brother. "You're not mad at me," he said. "I'm so happy to have my words back. I thought I used them all up yelling at Roger." Billy started to laugh too. "You really did show him, didn't you?" "So I really have millions of words yet to say?" asked Jenny. "Yes," Billy told her. "Millions." "I'm going to be a chatterbox my whole life," Jenny said. And she hugged Billy again and said, "Thank you. Thank you for telling me the truth."